Hello fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Welcome to your reading for August. Now this is going to apply to placements of Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all of them to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, if this reading does indeed resonate with you, then any interaction with it, whether it's a like or a comment or a subscribe, will not only help my channel grow, it's going to add your energy to the collective pool and just make it easier for me to read for everyone just a little bit better. Now, we're going to be looking at sources of love, sources of abundance, and messages from the universe today with one oracle card starting off each row. Towards the end of the reading, I will be rolling a few dice and pulling out some initials, angel numbers, and planets and sun signs. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, let's start with messages of love or sources of love. We have the storyteller, viewpoints and control. Interesting. Let me grab your tarot real quick and then we will dig deeper into the oracle. We have the Eight of Wands. That was a Freudian slip. I said messages of love. The Eight of Wands were known as Cupid's arrows. This is movement. This is communication. It could be travel for some. And then we have the Tower, and it's called the Blasted Tower in this deck. Shocking communication. Communication coming in out of the blue. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Collaboration and teamwork. That's not telling me much, to be very frank. I will be clarifying, but let's dig deeper into your oracle card. Now it says, the most important story in your life is your own, but you are just one story in a tapestry of thousands. It's important to respect the tales of others around you too. Rather than forcing people to conform to the role you think they should play in your story, learn to communicate and see things from their point of view too. Not only should this improve how you perceive others, it will help you build better, more solid relationships. That makes sense. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork. It is building, right? It is putting your bit on the table and expecting the other person to do pretty much the same thing. It's the half of the Six of Pentacles, right? So I feel like this communication, whatever it is coming in, if you or the person you're dealing with, or both of you, stay in your corners, right? I'm getting Nine of Wands energy. If you hold on to your truth in a very rigid way, if you hold on to pride and ego, that's when we get the Tower. The Tower talks about the Lord of the hosts of the mighty. Mighty. Every time I see the Tower, when I see those two people and the original Rider-Waite falling off of it, that's a fall of pride. That's a fall of ego for me, right? If you're familiar with that card, there's a lightning bolt striking the crown of the Tower, which is your mind, your intellect. There is something about shifting your perspective. There is something about looking at things from a different viewpoint from the other person's viewpoint, so we don't get here. We have the Ten of Cups. The intention here from both sides is beautiful. The intention is love, peace, harmony. Getting together. The Ten of Cups is a whole lot of everything wonderful. And then we have the Four of Cups. Pick your battles is what I'm getting. I feel like some of you have a lot to say. You have a lot of anger. You have a lot of, these grudges that you're holding against this other person, and maybe vice versa too. But the Four of Cups is a no thank you. It's a no thank you card, right? So I'm not saying brush things under the rug and let bygones be bygones. It's about waiting for the moment and changing your tone just a little bit. Now with Mercury and with Mars in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo too, to be honest, very soon. With Mars in Virgo, we can be hypercritical, right? There can be a little bit of passive aggressiveness. There can be that nitpicking, criticizing energy. We need to tone that down just a little bit. And Virgo is ruled by Mercury, right? It's a sign of communication. So we need to be very, very careful about our speech. The Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. I'm getting facts. Spew out facts. Operate from a place of the mind and not feeling right now. The Queen of Swords is highly intuitive. The Queen of Swords can be highly spiritual. No gender in tarot. Just take the energy with you. But I'm not getting rage. I'm not getting sensitivity and emotion. I'm not getting any of that. I feel like whatever this conversation is, keep your cool, speak your piece, speak facts, right? And that is what is going to lead to healing of this connection. I have the Four of Swords, Nine of Wands. What did I say in the beginning? I'm getting Nine of Wands energy. And then we have the Magician with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands in the World. You're carrying a burden. You're carrying a very heavy burden that needs to be put down. I feel like the both of you are doing that. I didn't see the bottom of the deck here. I have the Queen of Pentacles with Strength and the Ace of Swords. That's very important. The Ace of Swords is probably the most important card we see here today in your relationship line. I heard the truth is going to set you both free. Not free in the sense of a separation, but free in the sense of there will be no codependency anymore. You won't be looking at each other to make each other feel better anymore. You know what I mean? You'll have your own individual truths, but then you will reach that place of compromise, a place of comfort and healing. All right, let's move on to sources of abundance. Okay, that wanted to pop up. We have the Puppeteer, explanations and apologies. I love this deck. It's stunning. I will go through the oracle, but let me get your tarot out. That's 3, so we'll take them. I keep looking at this Ten of Cups. The intention for joy is there, but I feel like that fall of ego and that fall of pride is very important here. Keep that in mind, okay? Now, bottom of the deck right here, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant has 3 levels to his crown. 1 represents initiation, 1 apprenticeship, and 1 mastery. This talks about starting small and allowing yourself to grow in a particular field. Look at the majors. My goodness. We have the Hermit, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Page of Cups with the Hierophant. This is beautiful energy. But I want to dig deeper into the Puppeteer. Now it says, conjuring real social skills can be a challenge. People have their own feelings and their own lives, and it's easy to say or do the wrong thing. You're not the only person to have made an embarrassing mistake in the past, so own up to it and smooth things over. An apology or explanation is a small price to pay to maintain an important relationship. Now, you would know what this is. This could be an apology to a colleague, to a boss, to maybe even yourself, right? Maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself. But with the Hermit right here, I see you being very quiet. I see you isolating yourself just a little bit. I will know more once I clarify. But it's interesting how the key word right here is apologies, and the Page of Cups is famous for those, right? The Page of Cups originally is a card of an apology. But we will see. I don't know if this is an apology due to you or one that you're supposed to make yourself. Let's see. The Hermit with the 7 of Pentacles. Head down, working on what you think is important, not letting people know what it is that you're up to, is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that you've been investing in something and you're very quietly and patiently waiting for those fruits to come in, for your harvest to come in. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune for me is the universe showing up in your reading. This is the universe coming in and saying, I'm captaining your ship, I'm guiding you, I'm protecting you, I'm telling you where to go and what to do, right? The universe is the scriptwriter of the movie of your life. What is the universe wanting to give? The Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new offer. This could be a new job, this could be a new investment opportunity, but the Ace of Pentacles leads to the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles leads to the 10 of Pentacles. You know what? I'm an Aries rising, all right? And when it comes to pride, I have it in heaps. But the water in my chart balances that out just a little bit. If you have a lot of fire in you, it can be difficult for you to bend. It can be difficult for you to apologize or admit that you're wrong. I'm not saying you are. Hear me out. There is something here about when it comes to love and career. There's something about compromise. There's something about sacrifice to a small extent that's going to lead to this 10 of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles. You see how appropriately your cards are placed. The 10 of Cups is the best card for love, one of the best cards, and the 10 of Pentacles is the best card for money. There is something about Hanged Man energy. There's something about compromise here. I feel like the people you're dealing with could be very bullheaded, right? But if you match that bullheadedness, you reach a stalemate, you get nowhere. The universe wants to bring you all of this wonderfulness, but there has to be a compromise somewhere. And if the person in front of you isn't doing so, feel like you need to be the bigger person and do it. I don't know what happened here in the workplace, but a little bit of compromise is going to lead to this fulfillment. With the 10 of Wands, I feel like you're carrying burdens, and this bottom of the deck showed up for your love as well. 10 of Wands in the World with the 4 of Wands. I feel like you're tired. You're also tired because you're doing too much. You're carrying too many responsibilities, and now this random person on YouTube is asking you to sacrifice even more. But sometimes it's needed. Sometimes we just need to press pause, right? Sometimes we're just running on autopilot. We don't know what we're doing, where we're going, how we're interacting with people. That autopilot can sometimes become our worst enemy. The Hermit card is a card of reflection. It's a card of quiet. Venus, the planet of money and love, is retrograding in the sky. What does that mean? It means it's giving us time to pause. It's giving us time to revise and redo things that aren't working for us. There is a redo here of some kind. You would know what this is. That is going to lead to fulfillment for you. I feel like with the Hierophant, I was talking about initiation, apprenticeship, and then mastery. Some of you may be feeling that you know everything, but we're students of life. I feel like there's a lot more that needs to be learned right here. From this Ace to the 10, we have to go through 8 more cards, right? That's 8 more experiences. So there is more that needs to be learned here. The Page of Cups can also be a card of the student, very much like the Page of Pentacles. Educate yourself, and you have the potential to get here. All right, I feel like I just gave you a massive lecture. I'm sorry about that. I get into that mode once in a while. Okay, let's see. Messages from the universe. The Priest, perseverance and faith. All right. Let's pull the tarot out for this. The Ace of Pentacles, again, perseverance and faith with the Ace of Pentacles. When you plant a seed in the ground, does it grow into a beautiful oak overnight? No. It takes time. It takes time for this Ace of Pentacles to turn into the 10 of Pentacles. Perseverance is 9 of Wands energy. Faith is the Hierophant. It's a step-by-step process. If you have been in a very lulled, slow energy when it comes to work or love, it's not going to stay like that forever. We have 6 or 7 planets in retrograde. Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury very soon, and Uranus also very soon. Or Uranus is already retrograding, pardon me. So yeah, we have like 6 planets in retrograde. Everybody's lives are slow, myself included. Results are very, very slow to come in during this time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the universe. The 2 of Pentacles. I will have to clarify that. And the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. All right. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The World. The World is a card of celebration. It's a card of victory, of completion. It's like if there was any opportunity that you would need in this lifetime to monetize on or to bank upon, it's on its way. You wouldn't need any more, is what I'm getting. The Death card with the Two of Pentacles, beautiful. I love this energy. Confusion, juggling. If some of you have been juggling 2 jobs, let's say, or you're confused even between 2 people, that's coming to an end. There's a focus. We're going from the 2 to the Ace, right? The Death card and the World card are both very powerful major arcana. One is a card of celebration and the other is a card of transformation. The Two of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. This is you feeling overwhelmed, right? Not knowing where to invest your time, love, energy. The Ace of Pentacles is focus. The Five of Cups with the Empress. I suddenly got, for some of you, check up on your mothers. If any of them are depressed or feeling out of it or even unwell, feel like they need you. That's just for some of you. But I'm also getting, now the Empress is yin, it's feminine energy, and we carry masculine and feminine both within us. I'm feeling like with the Five of Cups, which is one of the saddest cards in the deck, and the Empress, the yin within you is sad, it's suffering. Regardless of your gender, we need to please both sides within our psyches, right? To please your yin, walk in nature, walk barefoot foot on the grass, right? Wear pink. It doesn't matter, again, what gender you are, wear pink. Dance a little bit, listen to music, create some art, write some poetry. That is going to make the feminine within you happier. I'm also getting, if some of you are, I'm going to get another card before I say that. The Page of Wands, I want one more. And the Ten of Swords. Yeah. That's what I'm getting strongly. Honestly, I'm not getting anything else. I feel like your yin has been suffering. And that happens, you know, when you give too much, your yang gets activated. When you do too much, I was getting the Ten of Wands a lot, right? When you give too much, when you act too much, when you do too much, your yin suffers, because the feminine side of one's personality is the side of receiving, which is why we have the Hermit. A little bit of quiet time is going to be very important for you fire signs, because you're known to take action. You can't help it. We can't help it, right? But train yourselves to receive more than you give. I feel like there's a lot of information swirling around your brain, and that brain needs to be quietened just a little bit. We have the Knight of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Cups again. This is talking about a soul tie, a soul connection coming in, and I have the Eight of Wands again, which is reflecting back to this. There is communication coming in, most definitely. For some of you, that communication could be colder than you realize, but it's going to warm up real quick. The Knight of Cups is an offer of love. The Knight of Cups carries the Ace of Cups. This is empathy, compassion, and emotion, right? My advice, start off with logic, facts, straight facts and truth in that conversation, right? Keep your tone soft. Remember, Mars is in Virgo. But eventually, I feel like you're both going to move on to calmer waters together. Don't overwhelm yourself, right? Google this. Just Google how to make your yin happy. And I promise you'll be a happier person overall. All right. Let's get some angel numbers and planets and sun signs. We have the number 9. We have Saturn. And we have Virgo. All right, now Saturn, since it's retrograding in Pisces, it's going to teach us a lot of lessons for the next 2.5 years, particularly lessons related to our spirituality, related to how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive other people, right? How much we trust our intuition and all of that wonderful stuff. Because Saturn is the taskmaster. It's the very strict grandfather. It teaches the harshest lessons. Saturn also removes from your life what no longer serves you, which is why we have the angel number 9. Now, 9 is a number of endings, right? It is a number of endings with new beginnings attached to them. So if you've been seeing 999 a lot, it's like, I've been saying this to every single grouping here, it's like tilling soil. You need to till that soil and upset that soil to plant a new seed, right? Enjoy that process. Enjoy the tower if it comes about, because it's happening for your highest good. And we have Virgo. So you may be dealing with a Virgo. You may have Virgo heavily in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But I guess this is just another nod to Mars in Virgo and Mercury entering Virgo soon. So study Virgo characteristics. See how you can embrace those personality traits and make the most of that. All right, let's get you some initials. We have the letter H. We have the letter P. We have the letter L, we have the letter D, F, L again, and the letter K. Now, these could be your initials, they could be the initials of someone you're dealing with, doesn't have to be, but this is just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. All right, that was it. And mid-August readings, I promise I'm going to be doing full 12 signs. I've been a little unwell, so I've grouped all the signs together, so I just need to do 4. But yeah, look forward to that, because I know I do. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.